Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. Today I would like to speak about one verse from Kings 2, chapter 4. Let's read the Hebrew, translate it into English, and see what is behind those words and ideas. ואישה אחת מנשי בני הנביאים צעקה אל אלישע לאמור. And one woman from the wives of the sons of the prophet shouted towards Elisha, saying, Avdecha ishi met, your servant, my husband, died. Vata yadata, and you knew, ki avdecha, that your servant, haya yare et Hashem, was having the fear of the Lord. Vehanoshe, and the creditor, the man who lent us money, ba לקחת, came to take, את שני ילדיי לו, both of my children, to him, la'avadim, as slaves. So here already in the first verse, we meet a woman calling to Elisha, the prophet, and asking for help. How does she ask for help? She states the facts, and she doesn't say about herself, but more about the grace that she relates to Elisha, the prophet, because she is opening in the word Avdecha, your servant. For Elisha, Ishi, my man, is dead. So first she turns to Elisha and she relates. Why does she do this? Because she has to have a point of reference. The fact that her husband died, it's not enough to ask for help, because now by turning to Elisha and stating the right word, she's making a bridge to ask for help. First of all, okay, she's a widow, but her husband used to serve Elisha as a prophet. So this is her point of reference, because there are many widows. So on what background does she ask for help? There is a bridge. Her husband also used to serve Elisha the prophet. Vata yadata, and you knew that your servant Avdecha haya yare et Hashem, was having the fear of the name. Vehanoshe, here in English the Bible say creditor, and hanoshe in Hebrew is the man who lends money to others, but the Hebrew language has special relation to the man who lends money. Why? Look at the letters. Noshe, Nun, Shin, He. This is the noun for the person who lends money. Noshe, Nun, Shin, He. The volume of the noun Noshe, the creditor, is 355. Nun is 50, Shin is 300, and He is 5. So 355 like Shana, a year. Also Sheina, sleeping. So we have to remember, how does the Hebrew see the person who lends money? Like the name of the son of Joseph, Menashe, and once Joseph named his son Menashe, Nashani, God has forgotten me. So what is in an Arabic the verb nasia is forgot. So in a way, the person who lends money to other people has a function. Not just the Bible forbids people to take interest if they lend people money. In a way, the Bible asks, or the Hebrew asks us to forget that we help others. Because here the creditor is named Noshe. Forget that you lend somebody money, in a way. Once a person told me that when people ask from her a loan, she gives them the money in intention that like they will have the money as a present, not that they will bring it back to her. If they bring it back, it's okay, but she relates to it like a present. She gives a present and she forgets that she ever gave somebody money. This is the right relation to the money and to people, because if already people are coming to this situation in their lives that they have to ask for a loan, it's a hard situation. Don't make it harder for them more than the necessary. This is why the person who lends the money, the Hebrew named him Noshe. Noshe, forget that you lend the money. Don't hunt after them. If people have a bit of decency and the relation to God, they will bring the money somewhere back in the future. But the Hebrew knows that people has double relation to money. So the Hebrew looks at Hanoshe in two ways. If a person has a relation to God, he will forget that he lent those people the money. But the Hebrew knows it's a tricky thing because people like money. So also Noshe is from a person who forgets God and forgets people in the same manner, forgetting, but to which direction? Noshe is a person also forgets God and forgets people and humility, and he hunts the people down to bring him the money back with interest. And this is the situation that we meet, this discussion between one woman of the wives of the sons of the prophet turning to Elisha as a prophet, help me. Why? Because the creditor, Hanoshe, hunts us down to return the money with interest, and now husband is dead and there's no person to turn to, so he comes and he wants to take her children as slaves to him, as interest on the loan that nobody can bring back because there's no husband. So this is the request that the woman asked from Elisha. Verse 2. Vayomer eleha Elisha. And Elisha told her, Ma e'eseh lach? What shall I do for you? Hagidi li, tell me, ma yesh lach babayit? What do you have at home? Please pay attention to the Hebrew version of the Bible. The Bible says Lamed Chaf Yod. Lachi Lamed Chaf Yod, but in brackets he writes only two letters, Lamed Chaf Lach, because in a way the Bible wants to say a very deep secret. Lachi, without nikud, without the dots, is for a woman who has a husband, because the yod, always the letter yod, refers to a covenant between man and God. And the woman is a widow. So the Bible writes the right letters, but the eyes can see them, Lamed Chaf Yod, but we pronounce in the mouth only two letters, Lamed Chaf, Lach, for you specifically because her husband is gone. Also, the word Lamed Chaf Yod in different orders is Kli, a vessel. And then he wants to give her help. But to get any kind of help, a person needs to have a vessel, physically or mentally. This is the question that Elisha asked the woman. What kind of vessel do you have at home? I want to help. In what way? Vatomer, and she said, En לשפחתך kol b'bayit. And she said, there is nothing to your maid, all at home. I specifically translate the Hebrew to the bare English without making a poetry, because I want you to see the bare relations of letters. Vatomer, and she said, En לשפחתך kol. Your maid has nothing all at home. The word kol in Hebrew, kaf lamed, is all in English. All. The word kol, kaf lamed, usually refers to the foundation, the sphere, foundation, yesod, in the tree of life. In a way, the woman says there is no foundation. The husband is gone. And Sfirat Yesod, Yesod foundation, is named in Hebrew Kol. Kol, all in English. Why the sphere Yesod is named Kol in Hebrew? Kol, all. Because Sfirat Yesod, the sphere of Yesod foundation, connects all the prosperous of the 9 spheres of the tree of life to the heavenly kingdom sphere, to Sfirat Malchut. This is why Yesod, foundation, is named in Hebrew Kol, all in English, Kol, because he bundles all the prosperous that exists and stream it to the heavenly kingdom. So, when Elisha asked the woman, what do you have at home? And she said, I have nothing all at home, meaning I don't have this sphere. This is an interesting reading because it's a very penetrating reading to the level of secret. The woman says, I have nothing all, meaning I don't have this sphere foundation to. I don't have this. I don't have kol. I don't have this. But, she says, but, asuch shamen. Asuch shamen is a little, very tiny canteen of oil. Shamen or shemen is oil. Verse 3, Vayomer, and he said, Lechi sha'ali lach kelim min hachutz. Go and borrow for yourself vessels from the outside. Me'ed kol shchenaich, from all of your neighbors. Kelim rikim, empty vessels. Al tam'iti, Don't minimize, meaning he asked her to go to the neighbors and ask for empty vessels and bring as much as she can empty vessels and not minimize her demand, but opposite, bring as many empty vessels as you can raise outside of home. Verse 4, ובאת, and you came, וסגרת הדלת בעדך ובעד בנייך, and you shall close the door after you and after your sons, to imply there is like protection of secret, ויצקת על כל הכלים האלה, and you shall pour all over those vessels, והמלא תשיאי, and the vessel which is already fulfilled with oil, you shall move it, and you continue to pour to the next empty vessels. This is how Elisha directs the woman. Verse 5, ותלך, and she went, מאיתו, from him, from Elisha, ותסגור הדלת, and she closed the door, בעדה ובעד בניה, behind her and behind her sons. הם מגישים אליה, they are offering the vessels towards her, והיא מוצקת, and she pours the oil into the vessels, the borrowed vessels that she borrowed from her neighbors. Verse 6, ויהי כמלות הכלים, and it was when the vessels were full, ותאמר אל בנה, and she said to her son, הגישה אליי עוד כלי, please serve for me another vessel. ויאמר אליה, and he told her, אין עוד כלי, there is no more vessel, meaning to serve, to pour the oil into. ויעמוד השמן, and the oil stopped. Verse 7, ותבוא ותגד לאיש האלוהים, and she came and she told the man of God. ויאמר, and he said, לכי מכרי את השמן, go and sell the oil, ושלמי את נשייך, and pay your debt. But here the Bible again writes two kinds of version. There is the letters that we see and then the letters that we speak out. The letters that we see is Nun Shin Yod Chaf Yod. The word that the Bible writes and we see with the eyes and we don't say is Nashaychi. Nashaychi, the one who bites you, the one who bites you, the one to take your children as slaves. But the volume of this word that we see with the eyes and not say with the mouth is 390, like shemen. Shemen oil is also 390. So the word that we see in the eyes and not say with the mouth is written in 5 letters. Nun, Shin, Yod, Chaf, Yod. This word has 2 meanings. The literal meaning is the one who bites you, but the sod level, the secret level is, let's count, Nun is 50, Shin is 300, is 350, plus Yod 360, plus Chaf, which is 20, 380, plus another Yod, 390. And here we see equivalent of form. Shemen oil, is 390, like Shamayim, heavens, also 390. And the one who bites you and asks you for not just the loan, but also for interest, equals 390. This is the level secret of this verse. Ve'at uvenaich, and you and your sons, tichi banotar, you shall live from the rest. So Elisha offers the woman to sell the oil that were in the borrowed vessels that she borrowed from her neighbors. With the money that she will get, she can pay to the predator, to the creditor, the one who wants to bite her. And with the rest of the money, she can live with her sons. And in a way, this is the miracle, because we see in this cyclical story that even the creditor, the predator, is activated from one source, because we see the people who bites you has the same volume like oil, like the solution to sell the oil, the 390 or the heavens, and then you cover this hunger of the predator or the creditor. So in a way, we see in the story how everything is even. It comes from one source. I hope that this conversation was useful today. If you have any more questions, thoughts, inquiries, wonders, please write to us. We wish you a beautiful day and wonderful week. Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to hear more about a certain topic, just write us an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com. We are always happy to hear from you. For more episodes, videos, and articles like this, please visit our website at hebrew.learnoutlive.com. We also would like to invite you to join our live classes. Just search for Online College of Biblical Hebrew on Facebook and start learning now with students from all over the world. Koltuv and Shalom.